Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So I'm so excited with this video. We are doing the Cheetos mac and cheese. I'm really excited for this one because the cheesy jalapeno is my favorite flavor other than the classic hot Cheetos. And then we have some of these in the middle. This one is this one, and then we have the original just mac and cheese, bold and cheesy over here. So I'm so excited to try these. I'm gonna try the cheesy jalapeno first. I already tried the hot one last week. It's good. It's really good. Oh my god, it tastes like the Cheetos. That's good. Okay, well, I'm so hungry. I just got back from the gym. I haven't ate yet today. I'm gonna try the original one. Wow, chef's kisses. It's so good. And let's get the hot Cheeto one, which I already know what it tastes like, and it tastes really good. It's so good. Oh my god. So today, I wanted to talk about some true crime stuff. It was so good. But there's this one case that it's kind of weird because it's the Yasir Saeed case. He was actually caught last Wednesday. Thank God. I think he's been on the run for like 12 years. But he's really just a piece of shit. He killed both of his daughters. And he has a son, and his son actually, he basically like brainwashed his son, like, and was like, he's from Egypt, from what I remember. He's from Egypt, so he has like a certain type of way. Like, growing up, when his daughters were growing up, he was constantly trying to like sell them back to Egypt so that they could find like a husband and like things like that. But the daughters were very Americanized, so they didn't want that. And it's sad too because there was people that was trying to help the daughters. Like the oldest one, she had a boyfriend and they were really in love, and even the mom was like trying to like help because the mom knew that the daughters were in danger basically because of the dad. And the mom was kind of complicit because, you know, when you're in those type of relationships, you just kind of you just let yourself get manipulated and you just become complicit with it. But the dad kind of like brainwashed the mom, and so the brother has helped the dad like stay hidden all these years. And then I think the guy's brother also helped him. But it's funny because I was thinking about that a few days before he was caught, because I was like, damn, you know, it sucks because it's such a gruesome crime. He shot both of his daughters, and because he was a taxi driver, and he shot them in his taxi and just fled. And the mom, I don't know how I feel about her. Like, she did try to leave multiple times, but then she wouldn't, and the daughters always wanted to leave. So it's, I'm not gonna say it's the mom's fault, but also when you're in a controlling relationship like that, it's really hard to, you know, stand up for yourself when you're in that type of situation. So but I was thinking about it because I was like, man, that sucks that he may never get caught, because most people thought that he fled back to Egypt. That's where most people thought that he was. No one thought he was still in Texas. But guess where they found him? In Texas. That's crazy. And apparently it was a city close to the city where he killed his daughters and where like they lived. So that's even crazier. So I think people are kind of getting upset because they're like, what the hell? Like, was he living here the whole time? So like, I think the FBI has been very hush-hush about this whole case, kind of. Or like his capturing. Like they're hush-hush, but they're not hush-hush about it. But they claim that they believe that he has traveled to Egypt a few times, either with a fake passport or just like a stowaway, like an illegal stowaway. So, but that's crazy though. But it's so awesome that he was caught. Because the mom even thought that they fled because the mom basically, like, she was not really a widow after it all happened, but she was like, forget him after all that. So, but the son was living with her, if I remember correctly, and she came home one day and her house was broken into and all their passports were gone, like all the girls' passports, which I guess she was just keeping as a memory, you know, because it's probably one of the things she had left of her children. And then the son's passport was gone too, and then the son was gone too. So they assumed that he broke in to get the passport so that they could go back to Egypt. This is so good. I don't know what my favorite is. No, I think this one's my favorite. The cheesy jalapeno. This one. It tastes just like the chips, but like noodle form. I also went and got a silicone spoon. Because last video when I was scraping my plate with the curry with the spoon, I had to edit a lot of that noise out because it's not a pleasant noise. Now I understand why mukbangers always use wooden spoons and like silicone stuff. It makes sense now. I remember what case I wanted to talk about also. So I'm just gonna talk about, I started watching this new show. Well, I don't know if it's new, but it's new for me, on Hulu, and it was called like Children with like Sentenced to Life or something like that. Something along the lines of like if you're about kids that were under 18 that were sentenced to life. This one case, it was just so crazy, like the reasonings behind each of the teenagers' sentences. But it was, I think it's the second episode of the series, but it's about these 3 or 4 teenage boys who go and they're like, we're gonna rob this dude. Well, we're gonna basically just take his car. Like, we want a car to go home. It's snowing, you know. And they end up killing him. But, so 2 of them were white, and one of them was like mixed. It looks like he's mixed. But essentially he does have African American in him. The others do not. And even though the 2 white boys are the ones who actually shot the guy and killed the guy, the other dude who is the minority, I think his name was Curtis from what I remember, he only shot the gun up in the air. And I guess it's proven because they like took all the bullets, you know, and did tests. And one white boy was given only 20 years. So he's getting out pretty soon, actually, I believe. The other one was too short to be charged. So I don't know what that means. Like, he shot someone in the head. Okay. But then Curtis, the minority, is given like 20 years with no possibility of parole. I feel like he had another sentence too. But basically it just shows like the inequality, because he didn't even, maybe he was an accomplice to trying to rob them of his car, like Grand Theft Auto. Yeah, maybe he should serve time for Grand Theft Auto. But he didn't kill anyone. But he's still getting sentenced for the murder of that person. So crazy. And so right now, I guess there's this newer law or like act that's passed, basically where if you were sentenced to life while you were a teenager, you can be retried. Yeah, so basically, like, if you can basically try to get a resentencing or be let out or be able to have parole or, you know, one of those things. And it's interesting though, because like, I feel like Curtis does look very, I don't know, like he's very mature about it. Cause like he has all these lawyers and whatever in the episode like fighting for him, and he's like, do I think I should get out? He was like, like he wasn't, you know, really like trying to like fight for it necessarily, but he was like, if I get out, cool, but you know. But he acknowledged that he thinks that teenager him should have served time for the crimes that he was doing at the time. This is so good. Is anyone else ready for Halloween? Because I'm ready. It's, I was about to say April 30th. It's August 30th. And the second it turns September 1st, I am putting out my decorations. So. I already have out some like Halloween pillows I bought a few days ago that I'm just like, I'm not even gonna bother, you know, putting them up. I'll just go ahead and put them on my couch. So they're already all on my couch. But it's so dope that they caught that dude, because, and it's so crazy too, like, also there's another reason why people are giving the, like, the police and the federal, or like the FBI crap, because he basically looks the same as he did like 10-12 years ago when he did the, you know, crimes he did. And so people are just like, was he really just here out in plain sight the whole time? Like, I was reading an article and he actually almost got caught in 2017. I guess their apartment needed some maintenance, like his brother's apartment. And when the maintenance people came, the dude, he answered, Garcia answered, and let the maintenance person in. The maintenance person realized, because they kind of knew like what was going on with him, like the brother wise, like knew that, oh, our tenant at this apartment is related to this dude who's on the FBI's most wanted list. So the maintenance guy apparently like played it cool. He was like, okay, you know, fix. But then the second he got back to the office, he was like, yo, he is there. Because he was like, yeah, that's not the whoever, you know, owns that apartment. He was like, that's not who was there, and it looks like him. So the FBI came pretty much almost immediately, like that same day, and they tried to question the brother, because then he was back home by then, and the brother was like not speaking, of course, because, you know, he's been holding his brother, you know, or like covering up for his brother for 10 years. He's not going to give him up now. So they were like, okay, we'll come back with a warrant. Like, came back with a warrant, but it was an empty apartment. Well, not like emptied out, but there was no one there. So, and they said they could tell that someone had jumped over like the balcony. So by that time they were wiretapping the phones, or they had already been, I don't know. And on the phone they caught the brother calling someone saying, we have a really big problem. So I don't know about you, but I don't think innocent people, after the FBI knocks on their door, calls someone else and says, we have a problem. That sounds guilty to me. Alright guys, that is the end of my mukbang. I didn't eat all of it, but it was so good because I pretty much ate a box each of these and then one of these. That's a lot of food for me. But yeah, I'm so excited for my next video. I have this huge box of Asian snacks from Yummy Buy. A few like mukbangers and whatnot order from there, and then I think just a lot of people, whenever they can't get whatever they need out of H Mart, they'll go there. So a lot of like snacks and whatnot that I have never seen at H Mart, or might have, but I was just too lazy to go and get it, I ordered. So I have this huge box just sitting over there of snacks. So I think that is going to be my next video, so stay tuned and I will be trying some Asian snacks. See y'all next time. Bye.